Of course, I don't have to have enough power to hurt him. I just gotta beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, he will get.
Terence Crawford has just ignited the fuse. He's not merely claiming he can damage Canelo, he's determined to prove it. But here's the twist: Crawford isn't coming to fight casually, he's coming to beat Canelo round by round. Teddy Atlas, one of boxing's sharpest minds, fully supports Crawford's bold stance. He confidently states, "I'm taking Crawford to handle it all." That's it. Atlas isn't just backing Crawford, he genuinely believes Crawford has the power to knock Canelo out, or at least outclass him over 12 rounds. It's not about underestimating Canelo's impact, it's about what Atlas sees in Crawford right now: the timing, the stance, the killer instinct, everything is aligned, and Atlas knows what success looks like.
Being in this sport like so many years, I had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style, and I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that.
Canelo has heard the hype and seen the talk, but in his mind, it means nothing. He believes his experience is the ultimate weapon and edge that will break Crawford when it matters most. Having faced every style and challenge, Canelo remains at the top. This isn't uncharted territory for him. Calmly he states, "I'm coming to do my job." It's not arrogance, it's a cold, quiet warning. Canelo wants to make it clear he's not just another elite boxer stepping into the ring. "I'm different," he says. "I'm a top fighter." That's the difference. His confidence isn't cocky, it's earned. He's been in deep waters before and always finds a way to rise. As he speaks of this fight, you can feel the storm building. Even he admits this wasn't part of his original plan, but sharing the ring with Crawford, never imagined it.
Thinking about the fight Crawford, I never in my life, because he's a low weight than me. So, but I never thinking about it. But that's the fun part of boxing. You never know what is gonna happen, right? And now we are here. And I'm glad to share the ring with one of the best fighters out there, and I'm just.
Boxing's beauty lies in its unpredictability, and now that the fight is set, Canelo isn't just ready, he's excited. He respects Crawford's rise and the challenge he presents, but that doesn't mean he's backing down. This is about pride, legacy, and reaffirming why he's at the top. Then, Canelo drew a line in the sand with one of the sharpest lines of all. He declared, "Crawford simply isn't beatable." His words echo the certainty of a champion who's been through it all.
Never. Never.
He will never beat you.
Obviously he's a special fighter. He's a good fighter, but that's why they are good weight classes, right? And we're gonna find out.
Crawford is a special fighter, though not solely because of his size or record. This isn't just bravado, it's cold, honest truth from a man who's faced giants before. Canelo isn't just questioning Crawford's skills, he's asking whether Crawford even belongs in the same ring. Weight classes exist for a reason, and Crawford plans to prove why that size difference matters. Come September, Crawford isn't one to stay silent, and he fires back with pinpoint accuracy, just as he always does.
I won't say it will end with my hand rose, making history.
I like that answer, but talk to me, bud.
Listen. I might be the smaller fighter, but Canelo can testify to this. He went up against bigger fighters and been victorious. So all that smaller fighter and I'm the bigger fighter, that goes out the window when you got.
Crawford openly states that size doesn't equate to weakness. He points out that Canelo has previously beaten bigger fighters, so excuses about size don't hold water. Crawford believes skill always beats size, and he's here to show it.
He's a tremendous fighter. He's got the skills, the experience, the power. He got everything. That's why it's so intriguing. Everybody want to know, can Terence Crawford take Canelo power? Can Terence Crawford deal with Canelo pressure? Can Terence Crawford deal with Canelo's body attack and his experience? And that's why everybody want to see it, because they know how great Terence Crawford is, but they don't know how great Terence Crawford is at 168.
While Crawford critiques Canelo's skill set, he also finds that very challenge worthwhile. It's not just about proving himself, it's about proving he's capable of conquering new territory. When a fighter welcomes uncertainty with open arms, you know something legendary is about to unfold.
We know what Canelo brings to the table, but nobody knows what Terence Crawford is bringing to the table at 168. And that's why the fight is going to be so intriguing. I never thought in a million years of me fighting Canelo. Never. Watching him as he coming up, rise, and me at a smaller weight class, it was never a thought of fighting him. But as I got bigger and as the great fighters started retiring, Canelo is the last great, Terence Crawford the last great, so why not make it a super great fight? That's why I chose Canelo.
Crawford views this fight as a meeting of two of the last greats. When history aligns like that, it's no longer written, it's earned. He admits he never imagined sharing the ring with Canelo, even in his wildest dreams. But times change, champions retire, and the spotlight narrows to just these two. He keeps it simple, no fluff, no predictions, just a firm belief in himself.
I never say how a fight gonna end. If you watch Terence Crawford's whole career, I never came and predicted I was gonna knock somebody out or I was gonna do this. But every time I did say something, I said I was gonna win, and I'm saying that right now.
He's not the type to talk about knockouts or how the fight will end. That's never been his style. Instead, every time he speaks, it's about winning. When Crawford says it, he means it. His words aren't hype, they're a warning dressed as confidence. With the fight approaching, those words feel heavier than ever. Then, Canelo responded with quiet certainty, I'm going to win, that's all he needed to say. No long speeches, no grandstanding, just pure confidence from a man who's been here before. He's silenced critics, walked through fire, and defeated fighters across weight classes. For Canelo, this is just another step, another name to check off.
Yeah, always in my mind doesn't exist loss. I train, I put my best, I dedicate myself to this sport, and I'm just thinking about win, to make history, and this is not.
Canelo made it clear he doesn't see losing as an option. Every drop of sweat, sacrifice, and early morning is for one purpose: victory and making history. This isn't just about belts or paydays, it's about legacy. He's not fighting to survive, he's fighting for control. When a champion talks like that, you hear obsession, not confidence. And when obsession meets opportunity, fireworks are guaranteed.
He's a good fighter, a great fighter. I always say, before I see him calling me out and won the fight and everything, I say before, he's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite.
Crawford responded to Canelo's words by calling out opponents and defending his reputation. Canelo questioned Crawford's path, suggesting he hadn't faced true elites or legends. Until he does, Canelo isn't buying the hype.
Was an elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
Oh, so he wasn't commercialized. He wasn't.
Who's that?
A great. Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
What? 40 years old champion in that moment beat Mr. Postal in my gym. I saw that.
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
Ricky Burns doesn't elite.
Okay,
he's not elite.
It's cool.
Is there a champion?
I'm going to fight another.
There is a champion. Good fighters, but elite fighters.
Canelo was unimpressed with Crawford's mentions of fighters like Victor Postal and Ricky Burns, champions with grit but not quite elite. To Canelo, true greatness is surviving against legends, not just holding belts. The exchange wasn't just about names, it was about standing. Crawford refused to let his legacy be dismissed.
Hey, wait.
I'm gonna fight an elite fighter in September.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we're
gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
And don't give me wrong. You're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great fighter. But are you gonna find out? I hope your uncle Turki Alashi pay you enough money, because it's gonna be the last. That's for sure.
It may be. Maybe.
I hope he.
Crawford acknowledged Canelo's impressive resume but quickly pointed out that many of Canelo's wins came against fighters past their prime. The results speak for themselves. His critique was sharp yet honest. He studied Canelo's flaws and plans to exploit them. He brought receipts, names, moments, outcomes to challenge Canelo's narrative. This wasn't disrespect, it was strategic. Crawford's goal is clear: not just to win, but to expose.
Canelo got a great resume. I'm not going to take it away from him. He's fought a lot of great champions, but you know, at the age that he fought him in, you know, nah, you know, they was already on a decline, some of them, you know, and when he didn't, you know, you see what happened.
Crawford's energy shifted from mind games to war readiness. He laid out his style skills, heart, and determination. No games, no excuses. This fight is all business. He's confident and excited, knowing Canelo won't go easy. It won't be a chess match, it'll be a battle of will, grit, and fire. Crawford's enthusiasm signals he's already in the fight mentally, even before the bell rings.
Training right now.
6 months. I have a fight in May, and then after that, I'm gonna maybe rest like a week and then start training again for September. Focus on what I'm doing right now. Obviously, I'm focused 100% on May because I need to take care about the fight first.
He admitted he's keeping things light for now, no heavy training, no full camp. Why? Because when he trains, he goes all in, and this time, he's saving that fire for fight night. Crawford's pacing himself, planning a well-timed burst. Meanwhile, Canelo's approach is different. He's deep in training, focusing completely on his upcoming fights. No distractions, no shortcuts, just relentless preparation. Both are readying for a war, each in their own way.
I'm happy. I'm excited. This situation made me feel excited because, you know, making history is all about my career. So I'm excited to be here and right.
Canelo's team echoes the sentiment. Greatness demands respect. Teddy Atlas calls Canelo a legend, with a career built on facing champions across 15 years. There's no downplaying his achievements, only recognizing the mountain Crawford faces. Coach Calvin Ford sees this as more than a bout. It's a cultural collision, a moment that sparks debate and stirs emotion. Canelo is the GOAT, and Crawford stepping up against him is more than a fight, it's a legacy moment. Both believe they're the best, both think the other isn't ready, and both are walking into history. This isn't just a fight, it's an epic clash of legends, with everything on the line.